The Scimitar of the Seven is the best single-handed sword in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It is extremely durable and has a max attack power of 138. This guide will cover how to get the Scimitar of the Seven, along with its pairing shield, the Daybreaker, and how to repair them cheaply. As usual, useful timestamps can be found in the video description. Before being able to make this legendary set, you'll need to do two things. The first is to complete the side quest, The Missing Owner. This quest is given by Kara in Gerudo town. If you haven't completed the main quest in this region, Kara will be located down in the town's shelter, which you can initially gain access to via the water well near the town's entrance. Just make your way through until you reach the main stream where bottled messages are floating along. Swim upstream until you are under the town's shrine and use Ascend to gain access. You'll find Kara selling jewelry nearby, and if you haven't already, this will start you on the main quest in the Gerudo Desert. This is well and good because you will need to complete the main quest here before being able to get the Scimitar of the Seven. If you've already done that, then you will find Kara at the jewelry shop in the town square. After getting the quest from Kara, make your way out west to the Taruma Dunes. Here, you'll have to save Isha from a Molduga. You can bait the Molduga out from the sand by throwing basically anything onto the sand in front of its path. If you time it right, you can even get the Molduga to eat a time bomb. In any case, once it's out and on the sand, stab it in the belly, which is its weak spot. After saving Isha, she will return to Gerudo town, leaving you to pick up the loot. If you are lucky enough to get either a Gerudo shield or a Gerudo scimitar, keep it and don't break it, as we will need it soon. Once you've completed the main quest in this area, you can return to Kara and Isha by the jewelry shop. The reward for saving Isha is 1 diamond, which is great because we are going to need it. When you speak with Isha again, she will offer to make the Scimitar of the Seven and the Daybreaker shield. In exchange, you'll need to cough up 10 flint, 4 diamonds, a Gerudo shield, and a Gerudo scimitar. Fortunately, we can get nearly all of these items in the same place, the West Gerudo Underground Ruins. It is far northwest of Gerudo town, beneath a giant ribcage. Save the game as soon as you get there, as it will be our first opportunity for a Gerudo shield or scimitar. You may notice the electric-like enemy nearby. When defeated, it will drop a chest with a high probability of containing either a Gerudo shield or scimitar. You can create a manual save before fighting it, and reload the save if you don't get one of these 2 required materials. For me, I got the Gerudo shield on the first try. Once you get one of those 2 items, turn your attention to the small hole in the ground. You can throw a bomb in there, or perhaps use a blunt weapon to break the rock beneath it, revealing the entrance to the underground ruins. There is a lot of rock to break here, so our best bet is to break out 1 or more Zonai cannons and get to work blasting it all away. On the upside, we will definitely get all the flint we need. While you are doing this, be mindful of the electric-like and any rare mineral deposits you see, those being the ones with the gold highlights. We will want to save before breaking either of those. Once you've cleared out the second chamber, create a manual save and then defeat the electric-like. If you already have a Gerudo shield, then keep loading back to the manual save until the electric-like drops a Gerudo scimitar. If you already have the scimitar, then go for the shield. I had already gotten the Gerudo shield, and it took me about 7 minutes of repeatedly defeating this thing until it finally dropped the Gerudo scimitar. At that point, I cleared out the rest of the rocks as I wanted to see what the prize at the bottom of the box was, so to speak. While doing that, I revealed a second rare mineral deposit, which I left alone for the time being. What turned out to be at the end of this rocky path was the Vah Naboris Divine Helm. With that, let's turn our attention to getting the diamonds. We already got one from saving Isha, so that leaves 3 more. The first way to get diamonds is through the rare ore deposits. You can create a manual save, then break the ore deposit, and if it doesn't give you a diamond, then you can reload the save and try again, and keep doing that until you get a diamond. This took less time than getting the scimitar from the like, at about 4 minutes per deposit. In total, I got 2 diamonds this way. You can also get diamonds from Gonguron at the center of Goron City. He will sell 3 diamonds per day. However, they are 1,000 rupees each, and he will only sell them once you've completed the main quest in Goron City. In addition, Stone Talus bosses also have a small chance of dropping a diamond when defeated, and there are tons of those located throughout the depths. Finally, here are 3 locations that each have a guaranteed diamond, and these are different from the 4 that I covered in my light scale trident guide video. The first one is in the Jochi-ihiga shrine near Terrytown. To open this shrine, you will need to haggle and eventually buy the corresponding shrine crystal off of Hagi in Terrytown. You will then need to use your ingenuity to ferry the crystal across the water. For my part, I used a flying machine to do it. The second diamond is in Ganos Shrine, up in the sky and north from Gerudo Highland's Skyview Tower. Accessing this tower for the first time will require going through the nearby cave, floating down the stream on a plank of wood, and ascending through the bottom of the tower. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it, but let's just say that all the floating platforms and rockets you'll need to reach the shrine are provided around the floating islands of the North Gerudo Sky Archipelago, and it's a pretty fun trek to make if you haven't done it yet. Once there, you'll need to either defeat a Flux Construct 3 or at least steal the Shrine Crystal from it. Fortunately, a flying machine and some batteries are both provided so that anyone can get the crystal back up to the shrine. The third and last diamond is in the shrine on Valor Island, floating high over Lanayru Mountain. You can reach Valor Island fairly easily from Mount Lanayru's Skyview Tower. Once in the air, you can start gliding northeast towards Valor Island. However, it is going to be out of reach for most people unless you stop at a small nearby island. There, you'll find a pre-built Zonai flying machine that will provide more than enough mobility to reach Valor Island. Once there, speak with the Steward Construct and complete his skydiving challenge to gain access to the shrine and final diamond. Once you have all the required materials, return to Isha and she will craft the legendary arms of Champion Urbosa. If you ask me, the Daybreaker shield is good, but not better than the Hylian shield. The Scimitar of the 7 on the other hand is great. It has a base attack power of 28 damage, however its intrinsic trait doubles the attack power of any material fused to it. With the Silver Lionel Saberhorn fused to the Scimitar, it has a total attack power of 138 at all times. If you're in need of high attack power fused materials, I have a whole guide on how to get them, and I will link it near the bottom of this video's description. In addition to its very high damage potential, the Scimitar is extremely durable. I was able to mow through 4.5 of the 5 Lionels at the Floating Coliseum before it finally became badly damaged. If the Scimitar does break, or you otherwise lose it, then Isha will craft another for you in exchange for 3 diamonds, 5 flint, and 1 Gerudo Scimitar. The Daybreaker shield will take 1 diamond, 5 flint, and 1 Gerudo shield to replace. That being said, it is much easier to repair either of these through the rock Octoroks near Death Mountain using a simple trick. First, if you don't want to lose the fused material on the Scimitar, take it to the Break Apart shop in Terrytown and have it broken apart for 20 rupees. Next, grab the unfused Scimitar along with any unfused non-legendary weapon such as a stick and bring them to a rock Octorok. I marked the location of around 20 near Death Mountain on my map. I like going to the Momo 6 shrine because there are 3 Octoroks near it. To repair a normal weapon, all you need to do is drop it in front of a rock Octorok. It will inhale it, repair, and even upgrade it before violently spitting it back at you. However, both the Scimitar of the 7 and the Daybreaker shield are considered legendary, and the rock Octoroks will reject them and spit them back out immediately without repairing them, so we need to trick them. The way to do this is by dropping the Scimitar or shield on the ground and fusing it to a non-legendary weapon or shield such as a stick or knight's sword. Funnily enough, the Hylian shield is also not considered legendary and will work for this. So I fused the Scimitar to the Hylian shield, then fed it to the rock Octorok. Doing that, the rock Octorok will then repair and upgrade the Hylian shield or any other non-legendary weapon. And the fused weapon, the Scimitar, will also be repaired, it just won't be given any upgrade. As a final note, if you need to do this again, know that a given Octorok will only repair 1 item per blood moon, so you'll need to go to a different Octorok if you need more repairs before then. The last step is to bring the item with the Scimitar fused to it back to the Break Apart shop in Terrytown. Pay the 20 rupee fee and recover the fully repaired Scimitar of the 7. If you want to see more great guides, you can head over to my channel, and if you're new, consider subscribing. You're helping me feed my cat, her name's Marshmallow. Have a great day, if you're here today, have a great Sunday, and a great week, and as always, thanks for watching.